Hook up your fishing lines and hike up your knickerbockers for another DawnSetter Guild adventure.
Consider me hiked.
I hope you're joining the hike train.
Train.
Let's go. Guys, the episode has started.
That's how we kick them off around here.
Boy.
Welcome back to another episode of the DawnSetter Guild. Per the norm around the table, familiar faces or friendly new ones that you have just come to meet are joining me yet again. Moira, Kaz, Zaris, and Trinda, which I almost said her real name, but now I'll go the opposite order. Isha, Kyle, Tyler, and Marche. Joining me as Chance LePray, your DM, and the host here at the DawnSetter Guild. So far, we're on the high seas, and it's a raging adventure. We have an undead crew headed for certain disaster to try and upheave the world order as a whole in order to give one small band of heroes the opportunity to overtake it all. It's amazing what a little caffeine can do for you. Gets the sleep out of the way and lets your thoughts just come out unfiltered, which means we're going to be in for a quick one.
Ooh.
I thought you meant amazing what a little caffeine will do to you, which is to say, Duskthorn on his third cup of coffee was like, I know what we're going to do. You guys. we're going to...
I got an idea. We're all going to die.
Oh,
But
no.
through that, the kingdom shall live.
Huh?
And that's, yeah. Yes, and.
He had to walk the crew through that a couple times before they inevitably figured out what he meant.
Yeah.
No, get this. We're all dead. No, I know, boss. Half of us are. No. Like, we don't exist anymore. Right. What do you mean? What are you getting at?
Cease to exist.
Zaris was feeling things. Kaz was excited about economics. Moira was kind of split in her own emotional state. And Trinda was like, Cauldron's coming, and I don't know what I'm in for because I can't remember what I did there last time. But that's what happens when you either pay a mystic to get down to the bottom of Mead or have a rip-roaring good time in the Mead Hall. 3 ways to forget a good time.
Yeehaw.
Do you think Yeehaw just started derivating itself from Mead Hall?
Mead Hall.
Yeehaw.
Good.
Wow.
That's some good etymology,
etymology.
right?
Yeah.
That's some
Mead-
good edamame.
I got it at the Mead Hall.
Adam.
The at a Mead Hall. I got it at a Mead Hall. That was it.
Oh, no.
Meetle?
That's the type of episode we're going to have today.
Marche
so far.
wants to start.
Have we not?
Marche's like, are we
I'm kidding.
I
Sorry.
have said nothing, but you're not wrong.
Valid projection.
We are on day 11 of our time inside Dante's Cross. And in case you can't remember what Dante's Cross is, it is an axis line of around the plane, mortal plane in this world. It's campaign setting, splitting the world into 4 different seas, as well as it is wild. It's unpredictable. The arcane magical energy there is thick, and it's unprecedented what happens there at any given time. So while our adventures are in the cross, event dice make up our entire adventure inside of it. I get a hook, we run from there, or I get a hardlined event that I have placed in, and we go from there. Tanner, the bottlenose male dolphin, just brought back a return letter to Zaris from his old druidic circle, as well as the Wave Rider's Rag, which is a newspaper that is being distributed to our patrons. If you are curious as to what the full letter says, we talk about a little bit of what the main points are, but if you want to go read the whole thing, there are puzzles to be solved inside of it.
Now you can see my giant feet.
Yeah.
Our patrons are going to
There are
misinterpret
foot
that.
pics
They're going to
in
be
the
like, listen, yeah, where are the foot pics from?
Hobbit foot pics, dude.
Hobbit
I read the
foot
paper.
pics.
Give me the feet pics.
Coincidentally, the least expensive. Like they're not very valued because hobbits be running around barefoot all the time.
Yes.
So they're not high value.
You don't know that. It depends on what part of the world you're in, because I mean there are hobbits all over the place. You know what I mean?
Okay, from
Yeah.
the, that's something.
Just-
Please refer back
Exotic.
to
So
the
it's
last episode.
That has problematic implications.
The poster. Good lord.
A merfolk is held prisoner currently in the infirmary, missing an arm, and having been captured by throwing a javelin through Zaris' shoulder. There are other opinions on board as to what the interpretation of that was supposed to be. And we last left our heroes calling it a day. Roll an event dice for day 11.
Wait, the mermaid opened her eyes?
Yes,
Yeah.
at the end of day 10.
Okay, I was just like, did I get...
Yeah, you were like,
She's
please
alive.
don't.
Okay.
Sorry, we
Don't
Event
hold
dice.
day
Who's
11.
event dice?
Before
Is
that
it us or you?
Holding day.
Oh, I think it's our turn.
Actually, go ahead and roll it, and I'll bank it for the day 11 because this is day 10 still. If the mermaid, when the mermaid opened her eyes,
Yeah.
That was
Do you want us
my
to wait
thought.
to roll it?
I'll take it now. It's fine by me.
Wait, what
Wait,
if we
it's
mix
us?
up the team?
Okay. Just
Like it's
let's
one
just
on
leave
each
it because
side.
I'm
We'll leave it. We'll
actually
leave
I
it.
got
Yeah,
real
let's wait, let's wait, let's
curious,
Okay.
and I'm real nosy gal, and I want to know what everybody else's theories on the lady's
Merlady.
situation was.
Asking the party or the crew, like just general
Crew?
crew members.
Oh, I'm gonna go out and talk to the crew.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Are you just trying to glean rumors from them or persuading their opinion?
Or
I'm gonna glean their rumors.
not to be that guy, but she just woke up next to old Zaris. So if we just cut to Zaris,
Yeah.
Well, she can hear. We can wait.
right? But okay,
She's just
never mind.
wanting to know what everyone thinks about the mermaid.
Apparently, there's different perspectives, and I guess I was a little curious
that's
about
true,
maybe
that's
what
true,
she was
that's
trying
true.
to accomplish. And
I
I'd
shall
love
pump
to
the
match
brakes.
that with what she actually says.
Roll
So-
an insight check.
Oh, okay. To see the
If I tell you what she says.
Exactly. I'll get my own information. A check, so that gets plussed on the skills,
Yeah, it should have a proficient, or you should
9
have a
plus
modifier
3.
from, yeah.
so 12.
Great. 9 plus 3? Awesome. The crew is chattering a lot, and you either just walk in on a conversation, you probe them directly. There are plenty of suspicions about them, but the general whole is they're an outsider, which means that they're a liability until further notice. You all were not a liability because Duskthorn probably gave you a complete pass after he resurrected you. And at that point forward, crew doesn't care. But they're all very leery about her. And
Maybe a little annoyed at us for.
yeah, but also Raish made the call. Like he's like, you guys, you call it, right? And so the passing of the decision, they're respectful of. If there's one thing to note about this crew that you would probably get the vibe for, they're one of the most loyal bands of any grouping you've probably ever met. Like there are subordinates from like the Empire who take orders, right? They take orders and execute them, but they're also, it's a military structure, right? And it's a kind of a very overhanded military structure. So they talk a lot, like in taverns, those soldiers always have things to say. They're always bitching about something. Like there's always side talking out of their mouths about their superiors or about their mission or about things that's going on. You've dealt with sailors, and sailors are fine, but a lot of them are paid by the gig, right? You haven't spent a whole lot of time around pirates except for in Cauldron, and so you don't have a lot of experience with pirates on their ship. And you're not sure if this level of wholehearted trust and loyalty is to be noted, right? Is like notable amongst other pirate crews.
I also wonder if it's to be trusted. I mean, it's still just like, what? Like, you guys are. Okay.
Right.
Because I'm a little more flexible.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even their overall goal, when you add that into the equation of their sailing to the end. Yeah, it's almost a foreign feeling.
That's a little mind-boggling.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so some of them are like, I don't care, right? It'll sort itself, like we'll sort it out one way or the other.
Sure will.
Some of them have things to say about, closer to, I'm never comfortable with having people, outsiders here, or having people who don't belong to the crew held here. Because you never know what they're going to bring, who they are, what happened with them. How are we going to make sure either A, they never talk ever, or B, we can ensure their silence, or right, they're.
Yeah.
But at the end of almost every single conversation you've had with someone, it all ends with, but that was Raish's call. He made the call, and if Duskthorn has something else to say, he'll say it. Plus, in the middle of the cross, a lot of people go missing. like worst case, whoop.
A lot of people go missing.
Yep. In the infirmary. Her eyes snapped open after a soft guttural sound from her throat. Her eyes snapped open and looked at you, and then she tensed. And her voice is really raspy, and she's coughing a little bit. I need. Do you have water?
I would say that we probably had some sort of, I don't know how fresh the water is that would be near
Yeah.
the infirmary, but probably would have had something for this
Yeah.
instance. So, yeah, I absolutely will.
Does she need seawater because she's a merfolk, or is fresh water okay? I'm just curious. We'll find out real quick. Yeah, whatever we had in the
I
basin
will-
next to her, I would just assume that Ray. Yeah. Anyways,
Ladle some, my guess is it would be fresh water
Yeah.
that is
Refreshing.
being, there's
Being
no
kept
point
here.
in, keeping it.
If you need seawater,
You go get it.
There's a lot of
exactly.
it.
So,
Right.
yeah, I'll ladle some fresh water for her.
where do you aim the ladle?
I would game because you said the gills
Yeah.
were back here. That would be my.
Yeah, they have feathered
Yeah.
fins with gills underneath.
So if she's like
Clever
that,
boy.
just kind of a pouring on kind
Nice.
of the crown of the head a little bit.
And as you pour it, her skin on that side changes colors. It goes into a rosy gold or a rosy red, like almost a goldish red,
Yeah.
like a sunset red.
We learned
Almost.
something about that earlier, didn't we?
well, Ray should mention he was like, "Oh, she's blue, therefore, like she's a long way from home. There's not as much oxygen from here up north. She's was it eastern or south?
Southwestern.
Southwestern makes more sense.
Raisha's a studied boy.
I'm just gonna say to her,
And as soon as you do that, her ears, her fins flare up a little bit, and you can hear her gills breathing better.
Wow.
be like, I'm Xerus.
Did you save me?
I took a javelin to the shoulder, and then my friend pulled you on board, I suppose.
And her eyes dart around as you can, it's almost like she's trying to recall what's happening. I hit the boat, I thought.
Unfortunately, not quite.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to do this to you.
I'm fine. I'm fine. What we being attacked? We being
And then her arm, as soon as you say that, her arm immediately goes to her left shoulder.
She can't. She's tied to her
Yeah.
feet.
Oh, right. Yep. Thank you.
Well, I think we would have put her to the bed.
The
She
bed,
probably her
yes.
arm would definitely
Right.
be restrained.
I would
but
have left her, hog tied.
Yeah, we're like your joints are going to be very sore.
So her eyes dart to her left shoulder, and her hand tries to jut, and she can't. And so she locks up and just stares at it. Thank you for healing me, first off. I probably would not have made it if you didn't.
Yes.
She settles down a little bit, just kind of staring down at her missing arm.
I am going to look telepathically. I'm going to tell freaking fish
As
burbs.
soon as you connect with Fish Burps, he's like, "We doing this?"
And I'm like, go get the group. I'm telling him to go get these homies.
Hops down and like
Yeah.
kicks the door open with his back foot, and then slams it shut with his other back foot.
I'm going to untie you if there can be an agreement here that you're not going to do anything crazy and that you'll talk with me before.
You would have killed me already if you wanted to, so I agree.
Then yeah, I'm gonna start undoing the ropes that we have tied to her.
And then she holds her hand close to her chest, and she is wearing very floral colored tighter clothing, but it's almost like a battle dress.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like hakama pants. And they're large legged. They're tattered, like she's been through it. And so she just clutches her other hand to her chest, and she still breathing softly. And
Yeah, I'll just kind of hand her the, like, whatever bucket of
Yeah.
water that we have so she can...
she uses the ladle the best she can, or even her hand, to just kind of keep pressing it into her around her gills. And then her hand drifts down to her shoulder, and she kind of clutches it, remembering something.
Do you have any recollection of what happened?
I do. I was just trying to get. I was just trying to get to the northern seabeds. I remember, and I don't know if I like it or if I remember if it makes any sense.
We roll up. I want to be here to hear
Got
this.
you.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think we.
Meanwhile,
We hear in the hallway, like... I'm like, oh,
while you're conversing with the crew, a very sharp, like, front paw climbing comes up your leg as Fish Burps is just stretching. That guy. Yeah.
Oh, hey, he's not guarding
he, like,
the
grabs
merlady anymore.
He bites your pants and starts tugging.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yes.
Tries to find Moira up mopping the deck, and then he just starts shredding the ends of your mop.
Dang, Fishburne sucks.
All right. I'm coming. I give
Hops
him
up
a snack.
What snack do you have?
Just
A
chunks
familiar
of
old
chunks of
snack.
fish in
He
the
hops
mop.
up onto the railing and does like the half cat pounce,
Bribery.
the like dolphin pounce that they do up against legs and stuff.
Yes.
Oh yes.
And he just follows you down the railing as everyone else catches up, and then you hear the thunk 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 thunk. Trinda's throwing open the door,
What's going on in here?
and then she kind of flinches. I guess I should assume there would be more. Wait, where am I? What is this? What kind of ship is it?
it's a ship. A big one.
Okay.
It's a pirate vessel.
And then she goes like
Yeah.
a little discolored.
I look back at you. I'm like,
It is.
yeah, well, yeah. I send a message. I'm going to send a message to you with a cantrip that's just like, yeah, I could tell her you're a vampire too, but I'm not going to freak her out right now. She just lost an arm.
She's got to know these things at some point.
Well, we were just watching these guys have really weird facial expressions back and forth to each other.
Anyways, yeah, shoot.
Well, what does she know? Gets caught up on what you just learned.
So you don't like what you remember? Was it a beast that did this to you? Was it someone?
I think it was large, but it sounded so mechanical.
Well, first of all, do you know like what part of the water you're in currently? We'll start there.
I was almost out of the cross.
Okay.
And she looks around skeptically for a second. Yeah, I was almost out of the cross.
I mean,
We're pretty deep in, though, aren't we?
not.
Not that deep.
I was crossing the eastern leg to get to the northeastern side of the plain.
And did you try to get on the ship, because your arm got...
I was running away last I remembered, and I couldn't breathe anymore. I was... I'd forgotten I'd lost my arm, but the thing hit me so hard,
Said
and it was so sharp.
mechanical.
I can't explain it. It roared like it was a dragon, but it thundered as it moved, but at the same time it slipped silently until it was too close. And when it hit me, it felt like I was struck by a boulder. It clanged and bumped and then such a sharp feeling.
And that's when you lost your arm.
I don't know how long I was swimming away.
And then you tried to get on the ship.
It was the only thing. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a boat, maybe a large beast, anything to get up and out. I was looking for land as fast as I could. I was so turned around because I was traveling in the water, and she has another skeptic, like another break in her.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think I'd make it. I'm sorry again about your shoulder. And your friend, is he okay?
Yeah, I think he enjoyed it a little bit even. So he's fine. We're fine.
You must be strong for pirates.
Yeah. Listen, there's no reason for you to hide anything from us. Like you said, if we were going to do anything to you, we would have done it. If there's a threat in the waters that we need to be aware of, we need to be aware of it so that we can potentially protect you. But also, I don't know how long we could take you to Cauldron. But unfortunately, this is not the ship for you.
I understand. Roll persuasion or intimidation. Take your pick.
Persuasion. I'm
Yeah, it's not
not looking.
I mean, we do need one more.
I guess, yeah. Right now, that's a good point. I'm just thinking right now, I don't think a merfolk can become a vampire.
Oh, jeez.
Merpire?
A merpire.
Running
Vam
water,
folk.
just,
Folk?
yeah.
That sounds. There you go. Because like,
But it's a
Murpire
PH.
sounds like a mud pie.
An 8.
Just trying to
Vamp
find
folk
it.
sounds
An 8?
like people who go to a
8.
Black Veil Bride.
Which
Trying
one?
to find it.
I was going persuasion.
Sure. And so she holds her arm. I'm telling you what I saw. And the waters are dark and deep.
So do you know why this thing attacked you? Did you upset it? Do you have something? Were you in its
I didn't
territory? Nothing.
No, I wasn't in its territory for sure.
Yeah, you're definitely being just a little weird about where you were. Why?
I was in the cross.
Why are you trying to... What are you doing? What are you looking for?
I'm on a pilgrimage. I need to get to the shallow beds of the four corners of the seas.
So you're
It's
a
what my,
believer of the...
of the Tide Mother, yes.
Tide
That's
Mother.
my entire my family, my king, my queen. We all are. That's our entire society. We give ourselves to the water, and this was we all do. Not all of us, but some of us traveled to the shallow beds, and
Which of you? Which some of us?
roll persuasion or intimidation.
It's okay, it's okay. It's one of my...
Oh,
No.
gosh. Yeah, that'll
Yeah, we
do it.
forgot that she's a halfling.
Yeah.
and
Forget that she
persuasive.
gets to do whatever.
10
Okay.
persuasion.
Persuasion? Okay. It is a part of our society we do not talk much about, but when you are looking for a higher position or a higher understanding of yourself, you go on the pilgrimage to 4 sacred reefs. And you have to take pearls that are harvested in our kingdom to the other beds. And for a moment you'll get a vision from the Tide Mother herself to offer you some clarity of your own path. And I was looking to become a Queen's Guard. But those days may be behind me.
How
Yeah.
close are you? What's the nearest coral bed that you are?
I don't know where I am.
Map that I was studying in there with her.
Ooh.
I don't know where.
You guys are coming down, so you're coming down the north leg. So there's the north leg, the south leg, the east leg, and the west leg, right? You are coming down the north leg
Okay.
to get to the center, and you're closer to the center than you are anywhere else
Okay.
right now. So she
And
said
the coral beds are at the like edges.
almost the
Oh,
dead,
okay.
not the dead corners, but they're in the
Yeah.
right.
And she was, east heading northeast. Or
She was crossing.
Coming up, she
yeah.
said she crossed the east leg to get
Yep.
up to northeast.
To be honest, I'm also real curious about what vision you got to see.
I haven't seen one yet. I did not complete my pilgrimage.
You have not even been to one of the four
I went
yet.
to one.
You went to one, but
was
no
on-
vision.
No.
Okay.
The pearls are blessed by our priestesses. And then you go deposit them in the shallow beds. And upon your last one and returning back, you are supposed to be given the gift of a blessing by the Tide Mother. And I don't think I can make it now. But so you point it.
Are you able to swim well now that you're missing?
Not nearly as fast as I could, but a merfolk of the shallows is always fierce under the water. Then again, I'm down my strong arm, so I'm not sure. Faster than you.
Burn. Roasted.
Well,
Gotcha in one.
well, girl, what do you want to do?
Where I was headed and where I was, if you can show me where we are, I can tell you where how far it's
Like
how
I
far
said,
it's been.
we're on our way to Cauldron. You've been unconscious for nearly a day. So,
And we're 3 days away from Cauldron?
Or 4.
4 days away?
Yeah, because this is day 10.
and this ship travels faster than your average ship.
And again, she looks around again, kind of skeptically, and I suppose I was swimming for at least a day or two to get away. But even the math there doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Who's got some mind reading skills? I'm ready to crack this nut.
I don't. Are
Let's
you?
crack this nut.
Maybe.
Bust out the jawbreaker.
Do you have any relation or connection with druidic circles within your communities?
Our priestesses are technically they govern or come from these circles around our kingdom,
Right. Okay.
but they
Sure.
come to the capital and do holy work
And the capital
of
is
Atlantis.
And that is outside the cross.
Yes, it is in the southwestern seas.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yes.
Insight.
Vibe check.
Why insight? Yeah, just for the vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Did
I'm
you
about
say
to.
Atlantis?
That's their capital.
I was gonna make that joke last episode when you said something about, oh yeah, their kingdom under the sea, and now I'm just glad it's real.
Under
Which
the sea.
part of the sea did you say it was in?
The southwestern seas.
Southwestern sea.
13.
Under the
13?
southwestern sea.
She's hiding something.
Well, I'm about to viciously mock
like
her to
Trinda
break down
knew
her
that.
spirits. It's like, so somebody
Trent is
got
done
a
with the
better
soft-handed
idea.
nonsense.
We've been being real nice to her, and she is definitely holding out.
Time to glove up and loosen some teeth.
We're going to
What's
step out for just a moment.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere.
They're gonna talk about you.
I mean, yes.
no? We're gonna talk about something else.
As you guys step out, your old crazy cook is standing there, holding a pan. Like, so I've been smelling. I've been smelling fish.
Oh gosh.
It's gonna be a problem.
Do we need to maybe? I don't know. We could fire some up if you need. If you.
No, she's alive.
Oh.
That's not the question, sir.
No, the question is like, has something bad happened to her, and do we take advantage? She's alive.
But I mean, I'm happy to help if I need to.
I genuinely
Hey.
wondered this earlier.
That's nice.
Hey,
of you.
Ellie, get out of here.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, thank you.
Y'all need snacks?
What?
That's here. You need some bacon. You can. I know
I
what you
do
like.
need a
Here,
snack.
you get some grapes. Oh, yeah, mangoes. Mangoes are for you.
Ooh.
And Trinda, save the best for last. Here's the pork rinds I whipped up last night. There's no pork in them though. See ya.
Freaking great.
See ya.
Freaking bacon and mango. All right. Thanks.
You
Thanks,
want to
Ellie.
trade?
You want the grapes?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yes.
I mean, I can't really eat. So.
But can we have
Anyways,
it?
I'm
all
saying
right,
if
we'll
you
be-
want the bacon, you should have it.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Oh, you got
yes.
some bacon, then I want some of your
Wait,
grapes, please.
We'll talk with you in just a moment. What was your
I thought he
name?
left and we were doing snacks.
My name is
Eli.
Kietya.
Oh.
It is Chef Kietya, obviously.
No, that's
Do I
not the
need-
chef.
Do I need?
Chef's
I thought we
Ellie.
Ellie.
left to the room.
We did.
Yeah,
well,
I thought we were out.
as we left. Okay,
It was
we
as
did,
he
yeah.
left. He kind of
Okay.
caught you at the front. Eh?
Okay, worse.
I was picturing like we opened the door.
That's
and he's
exactly
there.
what it
We didn't
was.
Make it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was it.
Okay,
Do I need?
Ellie.
Do I need to worry about him?
No.
Not yet.
No, we've
No.
got you.
Okay.
All right. What? Like, what's happening?
I mean, it sounds like she's obviously keeping something to herself, but I'm just curious, like, how much of that do we really need to know? Like, if we're heading to Cauldron and she's just heading elsewhere on, like, her pilgrimage, how much does that really, like, concern us?
I mean, true. It's if she's on some sort of mission, as long as that is what she's on.
Seems like she's desperate to get out of the cross. And I mean, that's understandable in general, but we're heading in where she's desperate to get out.
Right, and so that's another reason why I'm like, she just would want to leave us. Like, I don't feel like our paths, like, in terms of our paths crossing, like, this is it, and then we'll just keep heading in opposite directions.
So throw her overboard or fry her up.
Or like, drop her off. Like, we don't have to throw her overboard.
Well, I
we
mean,
just
that
drop her off
is
where she wants
dropping
to-
her off. There's,
Okay.
you know.
Excuse me.
Just so like you're aware.
Right, Moira. What do you think?
I think she's hiding something, and we should try and figure out what it is nicely first. And if she doesn't cooperate,
And chop
Then we,
parts of her fish fins off.
no, I was just going to say we go maybe tell her what type of ship she's on, and if that doesn't work, then maybe she should meet the captain.
There are degrees to this. It is true.
Yes.
I do appreciate the. No, I can tell him what to do. No, let's have him meet the captain.
Well, just, I think it would just scare her. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess.
I just
He doesn't have to do anything.
I just got word from my druidic circle that the Skyreach Dominion, the forest is gone, and the Skyreach Dominion is harvesting sacred stone for the purposes of creating something, some ship. She's speaking of some mechanical sounding creature, device. I don't know if these coral beds are something that the Skyreach Dominion is also interested in. Apparently we're not close, so I'm not sure. I thought we were far from the Skyreach Dominion. Unfortunately, I think whatever she's hiding has nothing to do with that. So I agree with you that her pilgrimage is her pilgrimage. However, whatever the secret is that she's hiding could potentially provide more pieces to the puzzle so that we can see this more clearly.
Well, this ship is big business. This is good to know. This is. You're right. Maybe there is some kind of link.
It's good to know, but let's keep that close to the chest. Let's not go saying anything to anyone
course.
else. You say of course, but then you quickly tell her that she's on a pirate ship. She doesn't
Why was
know
that ever a secret?
How about this for a mild, probably bad plan? She's on a pilgrimage. I
Yes.
come from a temple. Let me see if I can go relate.
I think that's great.
That's a
I
great
don't think
idea.
that's a bad
'cause
plan at all.
All right.
I'm going to get a snack because I'm just thinking about fish for dinner.
Oh, by the way, the pork rind he gave you, where he's like, "There's no pork in there." Okay, bye. It was nothing but breading, just deep fried breading.
Oh,
Delicious, but not very filling.
Totally empty calories and salt. That's what.
You want to go in there alone?
I don't really care either way. You're welcome to stay or come,
You're good.
but I'll head on in.
Okay, as you head in, she's looking at the map that Zaris left,
Yeah.
and she's scanning it pretty hard. What are these dots?
Do I know what the dots are?
I don't know.
They're-
That's what
they're-
she's told you.
If the door was open and she was looking at it,
Yeah.
I would for sure go grab the map
Oh.
afterwards. So
Okay. What are these dots?
do you know what they are? Do you have any idea?
I don't look at maps like this very often.
This
And then
is-
she pulls the draped sleeve of her somewhat robe leading into billowed pants back, and she's tattooed with star charts.
Nice.
I don't know how to read. I don't know how to read lander map.
I'm assuming the dots are just places of note.
That makes sense.
Shouts out Furiosa. Shouts out having the stars tattooed on your arm.
Yeah.
The coolest.
But that also means she can't complete her
I was going to
pilgrimage.
say, it's too bad about
wait, I
your
didn't
other
get that.
arm. Now that I understand.
Seems to be where my journey would maybe end.
My name's Moira.
I'm Kiatia. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You look sad.
I'm a bit confused
Is there still
on a lot of things.
Okay. Because I want us to talk in the hall. Okay.
Click.
Sorry, I cut you off. You were
You're
doing
good.
good work. I'm sorry.
You're fine. So you said that you're on a pilgrimage.
I was.
I come from the Temple of Solaris myself.
Ah, the sun.
Hi.
How is it up high?
Bright.
Sounds nice. The sun means a lot to us too. Without the sun, our reefs would never be able to flourish. So we have a great respect for the sun goddess.
In a perfect world, what would you want to happen right now?
I would like my arm to come back.
Is there a way that that might be possible?
Do you have a healer who could possibly help, or any type of potion, or...
I don't know the extent of this ship, but we can look into it for you.
Or I guess I would like it unless I don't need my arm. But what I want is the
Maybe-
stars.
While you have a moment, and I hand her just like some paper.
Mm-hmm.
There's the saying, you know the back of your hand. I'm sure you know a little bit of your arm. Why don't you write it down while it's still fresh in your mind?
I'll do my best. I'm not right-handed.
Okay, I'll try. Just navigate.
Sure. And she...
We just attempt.
Yeah. And she spends about 30 minutes with you trying to dictate directions and dots and lines, and go ahead and roll a performance check. We need to see how your artistry is.
19.
Ooh.
That's some old temple girl scribe work right
I
there.
was just gonna say.
Yeah. Sitting there in the back of a sermon hall just dictating what everyone's saying at a pulpit.
Mm-hmm.
Because you drew the short straw that day. And it looks great. This means a lot to me. Thank you.
I'm happy to help. Now, if I might be so bold, I feel like you might have been keeping some information back. Just tell me if I'm right or wrong on that.
And her eyes kind of they shift a little bit. Roll persuasion with
Come on.
deep advantage, double advantage. That was good stuff.
That was good stuff.
That was good stuff.
That's a trust building
Roll
exercise.
3
to say the
times?
least.
Yeah.
Nice.
A nat 20 on the third one!
Yeah.
Okay. And then she looks up, her eyes much more resolute. I was training to be the king, one of the Queen's Guard. I think I mentioned this, but there are secrets that we have as sea folk. The deep know it, and the shallows know it. People have landers for a long time. We didn't think they would ever know or figure it out. The cross has given us great advantage in protection because we can fare it and you can't.
Fair.
We use deep channel tides, currents, and you can ride the currents through deep channels to go underneath it and to go through it much faster. And sure, you may run into a leviathan or a devil shark or an aboleth, but when you can move that quickly, you're hard to keep up with. And we don't have to worry about ghost ships or magma falling from the sky like you do. Anomalies are still abundant, and that's why only a few make the treks. But we use these channels to our advantage. And that's where I saw it. Was in one of those channels.
Do you know what it is?
I don't. If I was pressed to describe it, it looked like a boat with no sails.
Under the water.
Yeah,
In a channel that you normally take that shouldn't be known to anybody else.
at least I don't think it should be. I'm not naive enough to say that landers aren't smart. But we've normally done a good job keeping the channels and the currents a secret. As much as we can. And like I said, I'm not one to pretend like secrets cannot be uncovered or figured out. But with the protection of the cross, we thought maybe we would be able to keep it closer to ourselves. And I know it sounds crazy, but it felt like a boat with no sails. But there was no one on top of it, and it was just moving.
So when you say it hit you, did it latch onto your arm? Did it? I
no,
don't quite understand how this whole thing happened.
Currents, as they move, they can clash into each other.
Aye.
Think of it like on the land when you come to a fork in the road. Two currents run into each other and redirect, or become two separate ones, or there's a point when they come together and change completely almost, or change direction. I was coming up upon one of those forks, and it blindsided me. It's dark in some of those channels. They go through rocks, they go through caves, they go through tunnels. Sometimes they skirt the seabeds, sometimes they're right in the middle. But I was in one of the darker caverns, letting the current take me. And one of the rites of passage that we use as warriors and in this pilgrimage for the Tide Mother is you have to trust your instincts and that the current will guide you. Don't fight it. Move with it. And I was. And I guess it is hard to explain that you're not choosing where to go. You're just going where it takes you. And you have to be malleable and ready to shift at any moment, or else you become a painting on the wall, for a lack of a more refined term. And that's when I hit it. Was it one of these cross?
So you ran into it.
It blindsided me. I didn't. It came out of a different current.
Did it seem aggressive?
It seemed angry.
But you said it was a bolt, so an angry.
I
bolt.
know. I know what it sounds like, but it roared.
So you say your people take this journey not very often, but they do. Is this the first time is there rumors about anything like this happening before?
Not of this kind, but plenty of leviathans exist in deep waters, and especially in the cross. There was once a story of my captain. As I was coming through the ranks in the academy, he loved to tell this story of how he outran and even crippled a sea dragon when coming up on him in the tunnels during his pilgrimage. And of course there are plenty of legends and stories and myths and tales to be told around a good cop, but this doesn't fit any of them.
Were there any beings on this boat?
Not that I could tell. It's dark and it had a strange glow to it at some points.
Do you think if you described it, I could try and draw it out?
I could try.
All right, let's give it a go.
Roll performance.
Suppose.
Huh?
Roll performance.
Nat 20, nat 20.
Not even.
I was waiting for it to be the complete
Yeah, crit one.
Close.
Give me 3.
A 5.
I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
But I got a 5.
Great. So she dictates this thing as, like she said, it's an enclosed. It looked like a boat under the water with no sails, and how it roared. A really big head, unlike most boats that are looking for waves. It had a really big head, but it still had a crest and a flat part at the top, and a really bulbous undercarriage with no keel. And it had large wings instead of sails on 3 sides, like a shark, but in reverse. And she remembers a really sharp feeling towards the back.
You read my mind because I was going to ask what kind of animal it looked like. A shark. Upside down. Upside down shark.
I've got a joke. Can I say the joke?
Yeah, say it.
The hunt for Skyreach October, baby. We're going in, folks.
Yeah.
It's oh boy, I'm ecstatic.
And she said, and she mentioned some glowing points, and like it had one big vein running down the side that was all glowing blue.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time she's done, she's like, "That's all I can remember." And I don't know if I'm getting it all right. I'm still hazy. I'm doing my best.
Would you mind if I took what you've said and maybe this very poorly done artistry to one of the shipmates that I have?
Okay.
I promise I'll try and keep your religious parts private.
Thank you. But I suppose if it is going to help the people who helped me, I'm happy to offer it.
Also, I just have to ask, at what cost would you like your arm back? Not monetarily, Elias. Because there is possibility that I can think of something, but it might be pretty steep.
Right now, that... She takes a minute, and she clutches a tattoo that she has at her collarbone, which is the symbol of the Tide Mother, which you as a temple-going kid would know. And she puts her hand there for a second, and she goes, right now, I want to say yes with every fiber of my being.
Maybe you should think on it.
But if we know something about tides, it's that you should never expect the tide not to change.
All right, fair enough. Well, is there anything I can get you? You hungry, thirsty?
I think I just need to sleep a little more.
Sure. The cat's name is Fish Burps. Don't ask me why, I don't know. But he'll probably be in.
Okay.
He's nice if you be nice to him. He's also a little bit of a snot, but...
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind with my jailer.
A snot. Spot on.
All right, I'm going to roll up
Yep.
the thing and...
And she shifts over to the side and tries to, do her best to get comfortable. In the hallway, holding 2 tankards to it.
Yeah.
So a ship. Do we know what this sacred stone is that they're harvesting?
Well, from the letter that I got, it's from, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the heart of the forest. It is just one of the stones that it is sacred. I don't know what the purpose is. I just know that it's an enchanted stone of some type. I have no idea what kind of benefit it could offer.
But you do know that the circle you were with does rituals around it regularly.
There is power to be had, and therefore there is power to be misused. And unfortunately, it doesn't sound like the battle to protect that has been lost. So
I'm really sorry that happened to your people there.
yes, me too.
Question DM.
Yeah.
Can I, from what loose clues we do have, could I be like, oh shoot, the mining of, it sounds like maybe it could be this mineral, and I would know that the Imperium does
Fire
things
away.
like this. Okay.
Give me that world history check.
Oh man. Come on, history.
Come on,
I've got
rich
a good
boy.
one for
Rich
it.
boy.
Ugh,
Wait.
9.
Was that the 20?
Yeah.
No, okay. It looked really sharp, and I was like, make sure you're doing it. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, 8 plus 1.
9?
Yeah.
On a 9, it's just another general knowledgeable thing, right? Most of the stone in the area that that you would know that'd even be mineable because you're thinking at it from like a really pragmatic point of view that you've been taught, right?
That's what I want to do here.
Granites and non-sediment stones like dark stones. Maybe there's some gems. Maybe there's onyx because he said enchantables. So maybe it's like riddled with gems that are harboring power. Or maybe you're not even dictating it as a loose term. Maybe it's just a big freaking crystal, right? And that's the best you can kind of come up with.
Sure.
But it's also not uncommon. Like even your lands, there was an area in which the loggers were not allowed to operate in.
Hey, okay.
Like your dad outlawed it. Like you cannot log here and you cannot mine here.
Dang, that is very valuable. So I feel like I'd be talking about that as much. Like I would just something along the lines of like, well, with my dad, I know that like with our operations, there was like a specific, just area of forest that he was like, well, don't go there, don't do that. And so I don't know. It makes me wonder who could be at the head of that, where they've just, I don't know, where they would just choose to.
Dominion is there.
Right, but I'm talking about like a specific person, like who would be responsible for just pushing past all of that and going for something that, I don't know, that otherwise forbidden. Like, do you think Luteris has any link to this? Especially since, I don't know, I mean, maybe that's a stretch, but I just, a ranking officer like that in this, a boat this mysterious, like, I don't know.
I roll back up full of snacks so I can focus now. And I've been listening just for a minute, enough to know that I want to know, would you read us your whole letter?
I've shared with you mostly everything that's been said. Otherwise, it is.
Just have read it to me, please.
I have read it. Sure, you can read it.
Thank you.
Yes, I would hand it to Trinda.
I mean, I do think it's a strange coincidence that they're talking about the tides. Things that you need to know about the water, the tides, the stars.
I mean, yes, that's why people are finding safe haven with the druids that are members of the Circle of the Stars, and so I would be interested to try and find more merfolk that may have answers, at least as to what the condition of my people is. But to go back to what you said, there's not... people don't matter to an entity like the Skyreach Dominion. One person or not doesn't matter. The evil is there, and it is stretching and scraping through every corner of this world. So
maybe we should tell the Mer Lady about what we know so that maybe she'll want to volunteer to be that extra person we need.
Possibly.
Maybe she'd want to help out.
She
Because
might.
it does seem like we still need to accomplish that in order to, but how? How did that information help her, us, this? They're building weapons. They're mining. Are they mining in the ocean?
That's the fear, that the Reach has made it this far, and if we're keeping this ship after all is said and done, if we do somehow manage to form a crew and continue to stay together, there will be remnants of the Skyreach Dominion that need to be toppled, even if Captain Duskthorn is able to accomplish his designs. So
Yeah, and we won't know automatically where we're going anyway, so it'd definitely be helpful to have people who do know some of that,
yeah,
like a Mer Lady.
yes,
So maybe we just keep her.
I think we let her sleep for now, and we'll see what we can see.
Yeah, I think that.
She's still tied up, right?
She's not, but we can lock the door.
I mean, that floppy spine. She won't be
Yep.
able to get far on land, right?
I don't know
So
what to do with you.
With tempered tones and a couple of drones. A lot's been learned about the agendas and the movement of innovation coming out of the Skyreach Dominion and their path to destruction to do it. What their inevitable goal is, who the hell knows? But currently your goal is get to Cauldron, now with a prisoner in tow, a looser prisoner in tow.
Lucy.
Find out what happens when we get to day 14. Get to Cauldron and see what Tortuga feels like in the DawnSetter Guild story. We'll catch you next time.